Fuda Pass is steeped in history. The first written record of the road linking Florence to Bologna dates back to 1232. During the Second World War, the road was part of the famed Gothic Line, the last major German defense of the Apennine Mountains. The Fuda Pass is such a great road that Ducati factory riders actually use it to test new bikes. It is virtually a racetrack on public roads. In one 30-kilometer stretch of the Fuda Pass, that's just about 18.5 miles, there are more than 200 curves and corners. Technically, the Fuda Pass is marked as Italian Regional Road 65 on a map, but there are many smaller roads not on the maps that split off in all directions.
If two bikes are going up the mountain, it's a race, right? That's the way it's going to be. They have a very clear understanding that life is about enjoyment, and motorcycles about the most enjoyable thing you'll ever do. There's two kinds of Americans that come back from Italy. The first kind is who's a little bit cautious and a little bit scared. They think it's crazy to drive in Italy. Oh my goodness. The second American comes back from Italy and says, what a riot we had. What they don't realize is that riding in Italy or driving in Italy, it is controlled chaos.
Along the Fuda Pass, you can see almost every model Ducati makes. The Multistrada, a sport touring bike. The Sport Classic, a modern version of an old Ducati that appeals to the retro crowd. And the 1098, the first in Ducati's new line of superbikes. But no matter which one you prefer, in the Fuda Pass, it's all about the road. The Fuda Pass is a motorcycle fantasy land. And no motorcycle feels so at home on the Fuda Pass as Ducati's new 1098 Superbike.
It was Ducati reborn, the Superbike. Ducatis are about seduction, and that's what the 1098 brought back to Ducati, was flagship motorcycle, seductive shape. And the nice thing with the 1098, the thing that really defined the motorcycle was competitive in every respect.
With 160 horsepower in the base model and 180 horsepower in the race trim version, the 1098 is the closest production-based Ducati race bike that you can buy.
The way we set up the bike, suspension-wise, geometry, weights, weight distribution, the feeling you get from the bike because of how the bike is developed and set up is probably the more similar to a racing bike that you can really buy.
Touch the brakes, it stops. You pick the throttle up, it goes. You think about turning, it turns. I mean, that's what a race bike is. It's supposed to be a very efficient machine. And that's what Ducati's done with the 1090. That's what Ducati does. I mean, it creates efficient machines.
Ducati is working on several new designs for the future. Some will be variations on its current model line.
There will be in the long-term future, of course, a new sports bike, but we just introduced the bike on the market, so it will last for a good number of years because we are very happy, because the bike is performing well.
Other new models may be unlike anything Ducati has ever made, but all of them will share both the history and the passion of the brand.
20 years from now, it's very hard. I mean, it'll, no matter what it will be, hydrogen-powered, electrical-powered, or hybrid of some sort, Ducatis always have the same DNA, sort of aggressive, sporty, highly functional, and above all, a lot of fun.
Change is a risky business for Ducati, something the company learned the hard way with the 999.
I think that it's a very difficult art to predict what people will want 3 years from now, because people don't know. You can't ask a Ducatista what he will want 3 years from now. He will tell you what he likes today. But because the development process takes 3 years, we need to have people that think ahead. So in the future, you will see Ducati along the line of the continuing products and with some new surprises that come up here and there.
While the future is hard to predict, the reason for Ducati's success is not. It's all about passion for the bikes, the brand, and Italy.
I think for me being an engineer and for being a person passionate about bikes since I was a child, I think it's the possibility to give this country, which is Italy, something to be proud of, and the people that work here something to be proud of, because really this company put us in the possibility to show the world that we can do it.
They're red, they're fast, and they're Italian. Machines that are made by a company that never intended to make motorcycles. But because of an Allied airstrike during World War II, Ducati went from radios to race bikes, and for more than 50 years has successfully captured the essence and artistry of Italy in a machine. Whether on a racetrack or the open road, Ducatis are one of the ultimate examples of the unique Italian passion for motorcycles.
I'm kind of stuck in traffic. The clutch is heavy. It's kind of dragging. You know, it's a race bike. It's making lots of noise. And I'm like, what? God, how am I going to get back? It was hot. And this guy on a scooter rides by me in between our direction and oncoming traffic. And he's lane splitting basically in between oncoming cars. And I looked at that and thought, well, here we go. And that was my Italian ride, you know, like exposure to Italian riding culture. Just hit the wrong side of the road, you know, just go.